Describe WWE this year. This was actually a really, really good year for WWE. Like, for the most part, the ups definitely overweigh the downs. You know, you had the stuff like Bad Bunny appearing at Backlash. You had WrestleMania. You had freaking CM Punk make his return to the WWE. You had other big moments like Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns. You know, Roman Reigns continuing his historic, well over 1,000 days as the undisputed champion. You know, you have moments like Seth Rollins winning the, world's heavyweight championship. You know, you had John Cena coming back. You even had, The Rock come back. You know, just so many moments that I can't, I sit here and go through like particularly every single moment that went down in WWE this past year. We'll be here all day. But another thing that WWE has done this year, been a lot of good matches in ring. The WWE obviously, known for being very sports entertainment, but when they get their matches down, they get those matches down. And so today, I'm going to be giving you all the 10 best WWE matches of 2023. Yesterday, I did it on AEW. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. But before I get to this list, man, I want to make this disclaimer. NXT will not be in this list. I know I've mentioned it, many times before in the past. I'm gonna say it again. This list only pertains to the main roster matches. So, any matches that took place on Raw, SmackDown, any premium live event, you know, this is it. So I just want to let y'all know. So I could do an NXT top 10 list maybe down the road in the future, but for right now, we'll just keep it, main roster wise. So with that being said, let's not waste any time. You know, maybe some of these matches may have been on your list, maybe they're not. We'll see. But coming in at number 10, we got the Bloodline Civil War. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on Roman Reigns and Solo Sequoia at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The turn that the Usos did, man, when Jay turned on Roman, super kicked him, was a huge moment on SmackDown. And, Jimmy, what he did at, Night of Champions was a crazy moment, too. And so you thought this family that was once together now divided. It was definitely a big fight feel main event. And in my opinion, just deserving to be at number 10. When Jay pinned Roman, it was a huge moment because Roman hadn't been pinned in freaking 3 years up to this point. So, yes, it was a big deal. And I thought the overall match was pretty good for the most part. You could tell they was telling a very defiant and very well put together story. And again, just deserving to be on the number 10 list. Okay, so coming in at number 9, man, we got the Elimination Chamber match for the United States title. This took place, obviously, at the Elimination Chamber. Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins versus Johnny Gargano versus Montez Ford versus Damian Priest. I think this was one of the best, probably one of the best Elimination Chamber matches that they put on probably since 2014 as an Elimination Chamber for the World's Heavyweight Championship. But this one was all around good, man. Montez Ford had a strong performance. I believe Ronson Reed was in this match. I believe he was also in this match, but I may be wrong. I think, but either way, nonetheless, this was a fun one, man. Like this was an all around fun match and the fact that it was for the United States Championship, that what makes it all the more special. You had obviously Logan Paul getting involved and Austin Theory retaining his title. Like that was just a cool little moment, and obviously it set up Rollins and Logan Paul for Mania. So deserving to be at number 9. Okay, so coming in at number 8, man, we got the street fight that took place in Puerto Rico. This was Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest at Backlash. Fun, entertaining. One of the best entrances was Bad Bunny. Like top 3, probably the best entrance so far in wrestling this year. The electricity, the atmosphere was just at an all time high, and Damian Priest, this was definitely the match that you could probably say was like, okay, Damian Priest, this guy, he's a future main eventer. This is a guy that the WWE can definitely slot in to be one of their top stars, because the fact that he's in with a music Grammy winning nominee like Bad Bunny, winner like Bad Bunny. I don't listen to the guy's music, so I don't really know how many awards this dude's won, but big enough to be on this stage and big enough to be at number 8 on this list. Coming in at number 7, we talked about it earlier, so it's here. Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 39, Night 1. When this match got announced, I was pumped for it. When this match was planned out, I was pumped for it. I already knew these two were going to make magic. I knew these two were going to make it work because Logan Paul, granted, you could obviously say that the guy isn't all the best when it comes to outside the ring, with the scanning crypto and all the other just BS dick behavior that he be and his brother. But when it comes to that in ring, man, Logan Paul, you could tell how much he loves it, man. You could tell how much he loves the WWE. You could tell how much like being in that wrestling ring is for him. And I don't even need to go on a trip about Seth Rollins. Everybody knows how good he is. So this match obviously looked good on paper, and when it did happen, it made it work. You even have freaking KSI out there with the pond bottle, which was stupid, but hey, they made it work, and it was a really good match. And man, definitely one of the best matches that took place at WrestleMania, and deserving to be at number 7. Coming in at number 6, man, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 39 main event, night 2. Big fight feel. Like I said it in the review, I'm saying it now months later. Like this match had a big fight feel to it. Like, and it was honestly, it was really, you could say this was probably the best one-on-one Roman Reigns match that he had at WrestleMania since the match against Brock at Mania 31. Because all his other Mania matches were just poorly received, just not good in the eyes of many fans. But this match, definitely really good, man. Just all around great stuff. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, oh, Cody didn't beat Roman, that sucked everything. And obviously there's a lot of people that are still, feeling that. But I think it was the right decision. At the time, even I was like, oh, I don't think they should have done that. But looking back at it, with the potential of a rematch, they had the stare down on SmackDown a few weeks back, and the possibility of doing Cody and Roman again at Mania 40, like, it just makes it 10 times greater. And so that's why I'm not, looking back at it, I'm not particularly mad that Roman, actually, I'm not mad at all that Roman retained. I think, Roman retaining at Mania 39 was the right call. And I'm telling you, man, if Cody and Roman do go out at Mania 40, and I do think they will, it's probably going to be bigger. I think it will be bigger than this one. But as of right now, I think this is deserving to be at number 6. So coming in at number 5, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber, man. I'm telling you, like, and it's crazy how Roman's title reign has kind of been getting deflated a lot now. He's not really showing up anymore. He's barely defending the championship anymore. But when he does, man, it's a good one, man. And this match with Sami Zayn is no exception. I think everybody kind of knew, as much as people didn't want to admit it. Roman was beating Sami, but just that build up alone, the match, the story, they were in Montreal. Like, it was awesome, man. Like, again, the atmosphere, the electricity at an all-time high. And when Roman winning, you could just tell he just shuts that entire crowd. The whole place just looked like it got sucked into a black hole. But just a fun match, man. Like, I mean, just all around fun from start to finish. You had the interference with the Usos involved and Jay. I loved it. I loved it, man, and I think it deserves to be at number 5. And, for people saying, oh, Roman is, he can't wrestle, or he can't do this, he can't put on a compelling match, you got to look at this match, because this match is a prime example of just when Roman Reigns, when he makes magic, he makes it, man. All right, so coming in at number 4, we got Bianca Belair versus Io Sky at Backlash for the Women's Championship. This man, this crowd was so hyped for Io that I was like, man, they're actually gonna have Io win the title here, but they didn't. Bianca retained, and I was cool with it. You know, I like Bianca, but dude, this was awesome, man. Like this match had no business being that good. You know, I know they had to open up the show and everything, but I was not expecting them to go all out like they did here, and they did. Like this is definitely one of Bianca's, definitely one of her best matches. I think Io, one of her best matches of her WWE career, um, and just an all around great women's match, man. And this was really goes to show you like, okay, like this Io Sky, like Io is next in line for the throne, and I'm telling you, man, if you haven't seen this match, man, you got to check it out. This is definitely one of the best women's matches of the WWE has put out this year, and rightfully so. It's at number 4 on this list, and for good reason. But coming in at number 3, we got Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. It's kind of sucky. I say somewhat because you can honestly say this was probably the highest point of Rhea Ripley's entire title reign. Her beating Charlotte at Mania, her getting her win back from when Charlotte beat her previously at Mania for the NXT Women's Belt. Because now you look at Rhea's title reign now, and you can honestly say that she hasn't really done anything with the championship. She's been more of, you could say she's been more of a valet to Dominic Mysterio than she has to her own title. But dude, man, this match was so fire, dude. And it's like, look, Charlotte, I get it. It's like, and even I get tired of it with Charlotte constantly going after these titles, winning the damn titles, losing it, getting it back, trying to pass her dad in title reigns. But when Charlotte goes, she goes. And Charlotte, even today, is still, in my opinion, one of the best women's wrestlers on God's green earth. And this match is just another prime example of that. Like, she takes 18, 12 months off, comes back, and just puts on one of the, in my opinion, probably still one of the best women's matches. Probably the best women's match that the WWE has put out this year. I mean, it's at number 3 on this list for a reason. So, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania 39. That's 3 on this 10 best WWE matches. But coming in number 2, we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos, WrestleMania Night 1. The fact that, people were trying to solidify that this match shouldn't have been the main event was honestly laughable, because these 4 men had every right to main event WrestleMania. Every right. The story, all-time high. I mean, Kevin, Sami, like it was awesome, man. And this match was just so good. It was so good, man. The action, the near falls, like freaking Sami, I think it was kicking out of day 1. No one had kicked out the 1D, excuse me. Just awesome moment, and then ultimately winning the titles when Sami Hulea kicked Jay, and I think he even told Jay like, "Sorry, who's like I gotta do what I gotta do." Man, again, just like I said in the AEW video, man, just with the FTR and Juice Robinson and Jay White Chad 3 Falls match. It's matches like this and that. Tag team wrestling at its finest. When you get that fire tag team, just awesomeness all around. And again, just coming in number 2, I feel like well deserved. But coming in at number 1, and honestly, I don't think this should be necessarily a shock. I think a lot of people would definitely agree with me that this deserves to be a number 1. But Gter versus Sheamus versus McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Dude, Titus O'Neil went crazy on this commentary, man. He went crazy. And he was like all of us, man, because I think we were all going crazy. Like, this match was effing awesome. And it's crazy because last year I put Gter and Sheamus in at number 2. I mean, at number 1. of the top 10 list last year, and now this year they're included again, but this time it's McIntyre in it. So, dude, this was so fun, man. This was a fun triple threat match. One of the best triple threat matches I think WWE has ever put out in a long time. I can't remember the last time WWE did a triple threat match like this. That was just across the boards, just check marks, check marks, check marks. But Gter retaining the title, and Gter again just showing that he's the ring general. You know what I mean? Just having continuing his reign as champion, having really good matches with the likes of The Miz, with the likes of Tommaso Ciampa, and of course we can't even forget Mr. Alpha Academy man himself, Chad Gable. Like, Gunther is setting himself up, man, for success. Shit, you can already say he's already finding success or already has success. But that being said, has been the 10 best WWE matches of 2023. Again, my opinion. I put this list together personally, so you probably don't necessarily agree with some of these matches I put here. Which, again, it's all cool. It is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Obviously, hope you guys, being safe, being cool, and all that good stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the 10 best AEW matches I put out, and might as well take this time to say, 2023 been a really good year on the channel. Um, really been ecstatic, really been amazed by what we've been able to do this year. And, I do think 2024 is shaping up to be just as a good year, not just for the channel, but even for wrestling as well. You know what I mean? So, uh, just very interested and very intrigued. But I don't want to keep the video on. We're like 16 minutes in at this point, or at least at the timing of this video. So, thank you to everybody for watching the video. And, yeah.